Hey everyone, good morning and welcome to your channel Learn Data Science with Pranjal. This knowledge video is basically the extension of one of my previous knowledge videos, that is mean square error MSC. So in the previous MSC video we have discussed how to calculate the MSC and the advantages related to the MSC. But in last few weeks I have been getting the queries where people still want to get the clarity, why do we use only the square in MSC, and can any other function be used as the cost function in place of MSC? So let's try to answer these two questions. Why do we take only square, and can any other function like your root mean square error or MAPE or R square or adjusted R square, can that also be used as your cost function? So this knowledge video is basically a theoretical video and there's no coding involved. So sit back, relax and enjoy the video, because this we are going to discuss a very interesting concept which most of the people are not aware of it. So in interest of saving the time, I've already created a few sliders and let's try to interpret them. So when I'm building my linear regression, so I could have used R square. I can use my R square. I can use my adjusted R square. I can use my MAE, that is your mean absolute error, MSC, mean square error, RMSC, MAPE, RMSLE. So these all things, these all parameters are your evaluation matrix. These all parameters are your evaluation matrix, which implies that using my R square, using my adjusted R square, MAE, MSC, RMSC, MAPE, RMSLE, I can evaluate, I can gauge the performance of my model, how good or bad my model is. So let's say if I have created a model, I want to, before I actually put it into use, I know I want to find the performance. I want to find the behavior of my model. So all these parameters which probably I'm marking, which are on my left side and which I have written under your evaluation matrix, can be used to gauge the performance of my model. If I'm using R square and adjusted R square, then I say that if higher the R square or higher the adjusted R square, better is my model. But if I am using MAE, MSC, RMSC, MAPE, RMSLE, then I say that lower the value, better is the model. So all these parameters are my evaluation matrix. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So out of these 7 evaluation matrix, only MSC can be used as my cost function. I can neither use R square, adjusted R square, MAE, RMSC, MAPE, RMSLE as my cost function. So that is why I've already mentioned that only MSE can be used as my cost function. And there is a rational and there is a very big logic why only MSC can be used as a cost function. So let's try to understand that thing. So whenever we are creating any model, whether it's a linear regression or it's any classification function, the basic rationale is still same. So what I do is I give my input, I pass through a cost function and I get my output. So for example, when I have a data, there can be number of solutions possible for it. So for example, when I want to build a linear regression, I can build one line, I can build another line. So there are n number of lines which are possible, but I need to choose the best line, and the best line would be the line where my cost is or my error is least. Similarly, let's say you're building a decision tree, then you can build a number of trees, but at the end you need to choose a tree where your error is least. So this is a rationale behind building any model. You pass an input and you give your input, you pass through a cost function and you get your output, right? And this cost function is nothing but collection of the errors. So in linear regression, we are using MSC as my cost function. And now comes the question, why only MSC can be used as the cost function? And why do we only take the square? Why not power 4 or why not power 6 or why not power 8? So the reason lies over here. So remember one thing, that MSC is a cost function. But to get the optimum value of MSC, I use my gradient descent. So basically I can say that your gradient descent is an optimizer to find the optimum value of MSC. So gradient descent is an optimizer to find the optimum value of my MSC. So when I'm training my model, when I'm trading my model using my gradient descent. So for a given data, number of solutions can be possible. So let's try to understand something like this. So for example, if these are my points, if these are my actual points, then I could have taken any of this line, right? So any of this line. So but I have to select a line where my error is least. So what do? I select a line where my MSC is least. MSC is the collection of errors. So if I select a line where my MSC is least, it means I'll get the best line. But how do I reach the point where my MSC is least? So let's start with any random point. Let's start with any random point. So when you start with any random point and you are using your gradient descent, you are using your gradient descent as an optimization. So for any random point, what do? You find your slope. If you are using your MSC, so MSC curve would be something like this. So it is a square curve. It would be something like this. But imagine that at the starting you are standing at point A. Imagine you are standing at point A and you cannot see this whole curve. So the curve which I am marking in red, you cannot see this whole curve. You cannot see this whole curve when you are standing at point A because this is just a starting point. But somehow you wish to reach the point B. You wish to reach the point B because this point is a point where your errors would be least. So what do? So at point A, what do? You take a derivative, dy by dx of your errors. So that will give you the slope. So dy by dx is nothing but your slope, and from your slope you will also get the direction. And your direction tells that you need to move in this direction. So you take a small step and let's say you come to the point C. At point C again you calculate the error. You compare the error at your point A and you see that your error at point C is less compared to the error at point A. So which gives an idea that you are moving in the right direction. So similarly you continue in this direction. You go for point D, then you go for point E, and you keep on going till you reach this kind of point B. Right. And beyond point E, let's say you come to this point B1. Then probably your errors will start increasing and your algorithm will say, okay, your optimum point has been left behind. Okay. But now question comes, why only the square? When I take the square, so let's say if a function is something like this, 4x square, and if I take the dy by dx, then I will get as 8x. So now the question comes, why only square and why not power 4? So let's say if your function is y is equal to 3x square, then to take the slope, what you will do, you will say dy by dx. And so this would be a 6x. And if you take power 4 or power 6 or power 8 or some another power, then what will happen? So if your function is y is equal to, let's say, minus 4x power 6, then dy by dx would have been minus 24x power 5. So this function is similar to your MSC function because we are just taking a square. So if you are taking the square, after taking a derivative, you get a kind of your line. So you know in which direction to move. You know in which direction to move. So over here, you will not have a problem of local and global minima. But if you take some higher order power, then after taking a derivative, you still have a higher order power, x power 5. For negative values, so for x power 5, you may have your problem of local or global minima. Your function may be something like this depending upon the values of x. So you may have this and this type of things. So let's say if you are starting from this point, if you are starting from point A, then your aim is to reach the point C, but you may not reach the point C because when you reach the point A, you will reach the local minima and your algorithm will not allow you to reach the point C. So that is why we only take the square and not power 4 or power 6 or power 8, so that I do not get the problem of local and global minima. Because if you have some higher order power, Even after taking your derivative, you would still be having a higher order power. Now comes the question, why only MSC can be used as my cost function and not your RMSC or anything else? So I think people might have already guessed about this answer. So the answer lies over here. So if you are using RMSC as your cost function, so RMSC is basically your first order power. If you are using RMSC as your cost function, so let's say your y is equal to 5x. Then if you take dy by dx, it would be 5. So in this scenario, your slope is no more the function of your x. So you cannot proceed towards your gradient descent. So here the slope is constant, and it's no more a function of your x. And same thing will happen with your MAE, because MAE also, when you take your dy by dx, you will get a constant number. Same thing will happen with your MAPE and RMSLE. So we can only use MSC as my cost function. So since we have discussed something on the derivative side about dy by dx, let's discuss one more thing which normally people assume, but they do not know why do they assume that thing. So one of the assumptions in linear regression is that there is a linear relationship between x and y. So this is one of the assumptions out of several assumptions. This is one of the assumptions that there is a linear relationship between x and y. So now let's say if you do not have a linear relationship, so it's some higher order relationship. So if it's not a linear relationship, you do not have a line, but let's say you have a curve. Let's say any curve probably you can assume. So if you have a linear relationship, so let's say y is equal to 3 plus 5x. So what does this 5 indicates? This 5 indicates that for each unit change, so if x changes by 1 unit, y will change by 5 units. If x changes by 1 unit, y will change by 5 units. That is what the interpretation of slope is, if you have a linear equation. But let's say if you do not have a linear equation, you have some kind of curve, any curve, which could be anything. Then if you do not have a linear relationship, and if you have a curve, then for each and every point your slope would be different, because slope is nothing but a tangent. At any given point, the tangent to that curve is basically your slope. So it means at all these point number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all these points would be having different slopes. And what is the implication of slope? So for example, if we put some real parameters over here, so let's say if y is your profit, and 3 plus 5 x, and x is your, let's say, sales. So now I know that if my sales increases by 1 unit, my profit will increase by 5 units. But if you do not have a linear relationship, then at each and every point your slope would be different. So what does it imply? That implies that your relationship between profit and sales is not fixed. So at some point your profit may increase by 5 units, at some another point it may increase by only 10, it may increase by only 1 unit, at some another point it may increase by 10 units. And if you consider this scenario which I am marking in green, so over here there is a negative relationship, because when x is increasing, then y is going down. So that is why we assume that there is a linear relationship. Otherwise, the decision making by the business is very much tough if you do not have a linear relationship. So this brings us to the end of the knowledge video, and I hope people have got absolute clarity what MSC is and why do we use only square, and why no other function can be used as your cost function. So thank you everyone for watching the video, and if you have actually enjoyed the video, please go ahead and like the video. Hope to see you soon in my next video. Till that time, happy learning.